But it's like when you're high, it's like the reason you feel emotions and everything like is because your brain feels them. It's not like your self feels them.
No.
Yeah.
Mm. I
Because
feel like feelings are
it's like the
different.
reason every time you have a feeling or emotion, usually it depends what, but it's like it's because of how different chemicals in your brain are working. It's like on different.
Your heart makes feelings, not your brain.
What? I know what you mean. Like you have your inner self. That's not even your brain or your body or anything that like feels emotions like that are real. But then it's like when you feel like really sad just for no reason, or you feel like happy for no reason, from like a drug, or just naturally like, or you just feel like depressed about something or scared, or when you're scared about shit, it's always because your brain is doing that. It's not like yourself really knows you should like when you're like I shouldn't be afraid of this, but for some reason I'm really afraid of it. It's because your ego is overpowering like your inner self, thinking that like
That's not true.
yeah, it is.
I learned in science why you get scared. And
Yeah, because like your adrenaline, because you things in your head that make you scared, like you chemicals in your brain that shoot off that make
it's
you
like
scared.
it's like fucking
Like
you getting
you should never
scared.
be
It happened.
scared.
Your feelings like can't like everything happens so fast. Like when you get scared, you're it you're like slower. You get scared because like you can't keep up with yourself. Like you got scared really fast or something. I don't know.
No, when you're scared. No, I'm not talking about scared like when you're like shit like if you see a tiger and it's like I'm gonna be eaten. It's like that's not what I'm talking.
No,
I'm talking
like,
scared like I'm scared of like my future's gonna be like I'm scared to like ask this girl out. I'm scared to like ask my like boss. I'm talking about that. Like that's literally it's all because it's literally like you don't have confidence in what's about to happen, and that's what like fear is. You don't have a confidence in the fact that things are gonna go the way they should go.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know.
But it's literally because things in your brain are just like when people have anxiety attacks, they really don't think the shit they're thinking.
Decision when you're trying to make a decision, it's your conscious versus yourself.
Exactly. Like when you literally have two different parts of you talking, it's like literally
one part's like, okay, I'm gonna ask her out, like I have no problem with that.
Yeah, and you
then
think
the other
about it,
one's
like literally
oh shit, I could get turned down. Like it's like another person talking to another person.
Yeah, it's literally like it's literally like you're like wait a minute, she's probably gonna say yes. Like I know she likes me and shit. Like all of that, you're like when you really think about it, like you shouldn't be afraid. But then it's like your stomach feels like really shitty. Your brain, you're going crazy. You can't really think because your brain, like literally, your ego is fucking you up.
Literally fucking me up.
Like
it's fucking me in the ass right now.
But I mean, like,
yeah, I know what you mean, dog. I know what you mean.
It's like almost all the time the way we feel is just
like when the people say you're having a battle with yourself, you're literally like.
Yeah, you literally have two different parts to yourself.
Like if there was just one person, your one decision would always like happen.
Yeah.
But like if there wasn't like a what's it called?
There's your like
no like if you didn't have a consciousness, we'd all like be fucked.
Yeah, so there's a conscious and your ego. Let's call it that because I'm just thinking of names for it. Your conscious and your ego. But it's like when you trip and they call like ego death. That's literally like that's a crazy state because you literally realize that you have two different parts to yourself instead of you're just like one self. You're like
an ego is like defined as like someone strong and willing to do anything.
It is.
But your conscious is like
your
conscious is literally like a question for yourself. Your conscience only comes in when you have a decision, but your conscious never like your conscious only exists when you have to make a decision. Other than that, you don't have a conscious. That like your conscience like comes out when you have to make a decision, but like you're never like talking to your conscience like when you don't have like a question to answer.
It's like the conscience is like the only thing you're in control of. You're not in control of like your brain or your body works. That's just all.
You're not in control of your conscience.
Yeah, your conscience is literally you. Your conscience is literally how you're defined as like it's like you're not your body, you're not your brain. Like everything in your brain, that's not even who you are. That's just what you're in. It's like we're all like just kind of.
But our conscience tells us what's right or wrong.
Yeah, like when you feel bad about something, it's not because it's like literally you feel bad about it. It's like, and the reason people like do crazy shit like rape people and like fuck people over and shit is because their brain, like your ego is telling them like they want you and shit. Like, your ego is overpowering your conscience.
That's exactly what I was thinking in my mind. I was waiting for you to say. But fucking, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, I was about to say. Like
Joe Rogan shit right here.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah. Like, but when Like literally, when you trip, it's like you don't
You're
have
conscious.
like your conscious is like it's like when they say it expands, it literally overtakes everything else, and that's literally what is like you know when you have an out of body, like have you ever like you've never been like at the point when you're like I don't know, like my hand isn't part of me, like my whole body is like it's not really me, even like literally every physical part of me isn't me, that's not really what I am.
I never thought that hard. I was just having a wicked good time.
But it's like when you do, that's what you feel like when you have an out of body
I've
experience. You
only
literally
tripped,
feel
I've
like,
only tripped once really good.
like that's when you have an out of body experience. It's because you're literally out of your body, and you realize that's not who you are. Like that's just what you're a part of. No.
Yes. Sorry, I'd be more into this conversation if I like wasn't crashing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like crashing wicked hard off coffee.
I know what you mean. I know too, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I still just want to talk about shit.
I'll be way more into this conversation. I don't know. I'm just like,
I'm trying to think of whether like
yeah.
we should talk about like.
Fucking world
Fucking world.
didn't have to be the way it is.
It's so. Think about how trippy it is. Like, I mean, just like the way our like universe is set up. I mean, like how we're just. Like, what if we were literally just like kind of. Wait, what?
Like, I always feel like, what if I was looking through that person's eyes? What do they see? Do they see it differently than I do? You know.
I literally put myself. Like, sometimes I'll just zone out and like literally put myself literally in someone else's like. Like literally, I'm like I can't like by the way they are and the personality and shit. I can kind of like imagine what they're thinking. And like it all makes sense like that. That's what they would be thinking. I can kind of like literally see how they think about shit.
See, I don't. I think about like, what is that person seeing? Do they see the color the way I see it, or is it like a different shade of color? No, shut up! Don't interrupt me. Let me finish. I let you finish. Let me finish.
Sorry.
Like, I want to know if like my shade of color is their shade of color. Like, is that green the green that they're seeing? The green I'm seeing is the green they're seeing. I don't know. Like, I wonder if, like, they, like, you know, people have 20/20 vision and shit?
Yeah.
So people have other vision, and I'm like, like, how are they seeing right now? Like, if I have 20/20 vision, I want to know what a person with, like, 18/20 vision can see. Like, they're, obviously, like, their, like, vision is different from mine. What can't they see and what I can see? You know? Like, what's clear to me isn't clear to them.
I thought you kind of meant like we like your idea of green and their idea of green are just two totally different. Like
it is like that's what I mean.
See green,
that's
not
what I
like
mean.
they see purple and you see green, but like you just are two totally different.
Yeah, two shades of. That's what I meant.
It's because we each have like our own realities. Like.
Yeah, like this green. Like I want to know if you see that green different from I see this green. Like you probably like I don't know. Like it may be darker to you, like even a little bit. Like how are we made? Like we're made differently. Everyone's made differently.
Exactly. That's
and like so what makes our body parts like the same? They don't. They're definitely different. Like you definitely don't see exactly the way I see. Like there's no possible way.
I thought you just meant like your idea of shit's different. Like you see shit the same, but your idea like
no, like you cannot. No one like they say like no one is the same. Like so the way we see can definitely not be the same right now, because how is our like structure the same? I don't know. You know. Like how are our retinas like exactly the same? Like if we're all different, doesn't make sense. Like,
I know what you mean.
Like this, like that could to you, that could be a little darker to me, or it could be a little lighter to me. You don't know.
That'd be crazy if we could literally just like actually look through someone else's eyes, like in their head, like and think about what they're thinking and look at like what they're looking. But I was thinking like we each have our own like the way you look at shit just totally defines how you like. Like you could look at different events in your like everything in your life that happens totally changed your outlook on life, and like someone else's outlook on life is like think about it like a really depressed person, like they're loud, like everything's shitty, like everything sucks. With like a really happy person who's like everything's awesome, and it's like you literally
stop talking so fast. You're being recorded.
I know.
Talk slow so the people know what you're saying.
The people.
I don't think that's gonna make them want to watch.
What is like? What was I trying to say? Like we each have our own idea about how shit like
works.
Yeah, and it's like
yeah, I know what you mean. Like to one person, life shouldn't like be the way it is. To some people, they like life the way it is, and some people also like. I know.